sobriety. My hope is seldom. If I brought a kid into this plane, I wouldn't know what to tell him. I'm sorry the world is fucked up like this. Pardon my French, but I just can't sugarcoat it. Don't know. Certainly not for this.
Yeah. That looks good. That looks good.
Okay, I just want to make
Calm
sure.
down, Stone D.
Well, no, like I know this program.
Cassie.
Sounds. Oh man, fuck you.
Let's start the podcast.
Okay, last time we did it, his computer or his camera completely broke, and we did the whole podcast with that broke.
Welcome to the Mixtape Podcast.
You got the best luck, bro.
I know.
Okay, I just want to get my water.
Oh.
Okay, I'm ready.
Sick.
Okay.
What is up? We are back with the Mixtape Podcast, episode 3.
Number 3. Welcome to Mixtape Podcast. I'm Cassette.
I'm Luca.
And I'm Vicious5150.
Yeah!
Thank you for having me.
Our first guest. Thank you so much for coming, Lou.
I appreciate you guys having me. Thank you for calling me out. I made sure to accept.
Yeah, dude, like, what I was saying is you're like fucking spam.
I am spam.
You are like constantly posting all the time.
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Well, you know, it's nice to have another musician in the room because
Definitely.
us three are all musicians, particularly in the hip hop genre.
Yeah.
So it's cool, like, because Luca and I are both musicians and we're both from Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, like, the Hazmat Crew, because you're from the Hazmat Crew.
Sure, yeah.
Like, maybe we should just tell the people what you do a little bit.
Well,
because people are going to be like, who the fuck's this guy? Why is he here?
I am, like I said, my name is Vicious5150. I'm a rapper. I'm a producer. I'm a member of the illustrious, almighty Hazmat Crew, and I like to be overly theatrical in my intros and stumble fuck my whole way through it because I don't care. I don't fucking care, and you shouldn't either.
And yeah, I would say, like, you know, you're a really hardworking musician, and you have a particular sound to you.
Definitely.
I think if I had to guess what your favorite all-time rap group it would be Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Absolutely, and me and RC the Hazard, rest in peace, actually got to open for them at Fortune Sound Club in 2014.
No way!
You didn't know that?
I think.
I got footage.
Can you tell me?
I got footage of that.
Sorry, what year was that?
Oh, 2014. Yeah.
I moved here 2015.
Right. Yeah, fucking yeah. We opened for them at Fortune. That was my first Fortune
I bet you were living
gig.
like your lifelong dream.
Oh, fuck, for real. Like, all my old friends came to the show, and then I remember, like, at the end of the night, like, they were playing the Crossroads there, and me and my friends were all in a fucking, like that. It was, like, the most fun.
We're
for real, we were like arm in arm, like swaying to the music and just drinking and smoking in the fuck club. It was the greatest fucking thing. And we're like, we fucking did it.
That's awesome.
And it was all thanks to RC. It was actually his gig. And shout out Cole Brownstone for offering it to him. And RC was the kind of guy, he would like to invite all his friends. He didn't like doing things by himself. So I was like, fuck yeah, I will open for Bone Thugs with you. Thank you very much.
That's so awesome. I'm glad that you had that opportunity.
I owe it all to him. I
saw Bone Thugs too in Nelson.
Did you? Was it because we had only Crazy Bone and Wishbone, and we were originally supposed to open for Lazy Bone, but his tour got canceled, and then Cole Brownstone offered us Crazy and Wish because they were also coming to town. We're like, fuck yeah, let's take that one.
Oh, cool.
Right?
Yeah.
I
wonder if this is the same tour because this was like just before I moved.
It might have been. It was 2014. Was it only Crazy Bone and Wishbone?
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But they killed it.
Yeah.
You know, Nelson, where we're from, had a lot of really good hip-hop shows.
For real.
Oh, yeah. I remember going to the Swole Members hip-hop show was my very first one.
That was my first show, too.
Yeah.
Second show was Classified.
Oh, okay. That's dope. That's fucking
obsessed
dope.
with Classified as a kid.
Oh, so
but,
good.
even growing up in Nelson, they had, like, Jedi Mind Tricks,
Oh,
Jizza, Ghostface Killer.
Yeah. That's dope.
Hilltop Hoods, Tone Deaf.
Yeah.
We had Rozelle, the beatboxer.
Oh, right.
That would have been epic for sure.
Master Ace.
Yeah.
A lot of people come through there.
Yeah, for
really
sure.
good hip hop scene there.
For sure. Like, no, Nelson is a fucking spot. Like, it's an underrated spot for real.
Shout out to Nelson.
For real, no. Shout out to Nelson. You are one of my favorite towns to play in. Everybody's so nice.
Yeah. Don't you have a funny story from Nelson?
Oh, geez. Okay. So, in 2016, my first, like, really, like, big tour, it was with Junk.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was me and the Hazmat Crew with Junk. Yeah, he brought the hometown out for that one, right? Like, it was at the, I think it was at Bloom nightclub. And what we did for our tour, because like we were the openers, but we wanted to kind of fucking give something special, so we brought like a lighting rig, a canister with smoke coming out of it with the big H hazmat logo on it. We had like our hazmat suits. It was everything. But the thing about Bloom is that their ceilings are really fucking low. So we go to perform, and I actually got video footage of this, and fuck, that crowd was just absolutely crazy that night. We were starting to perform, and it was during one of my songs, so I got to fucking have that little moment there. And all of a sudden we hear, the fire alarm started going off of our smoke machine, and they almost shut down the whole
Did the
fucking
sprinklers go off?
no, but it was just like the fucking
fire alarm.
Yeah. And like, it was a sold out fucking.
So everyone
venue.
had to evacuate?
Yes, we were out in the fucking parking lot before Junk got to play, and the fucking fire truck came through, and it was like this huge fucking thing, and then they were able to fucking put the show back on, thankfully, but they almost did get to
You're
it.
lucky you got to continue to play.
For sure, like our set was done.
These hazmat guys are just trouble.
Well, like we felt bad. We're like, well, fuck, man. Like, we didn't want to shut down the damn show. We were just trying to put on a little something special because we didn't have that problem at any other venues.
Yeah,
but we didn't take into account low ceilings. It fucking happens, right?
Well, that place is small. Like
it was very small. We just didn't take into account mistakes happen. But like, so our set was done by that.
How much smoke was coming out of that machine?
It was fucked. It was the whole thing. Like, I'll show you this.
I know, but there must have been a lot of smoke coming out.
It was a good amount. Right?
Enough to set it off.
Yeah, and basically what happened was it was a really hype night, and the crowd just ended up being more hype for it, and then the bar kept the show going, and Junk went on absolutely fucking tore it up. Like, he was the hometown guy. He brought all his homies there. Yeah. I would have felt like a real fucking asshole had that.
Ruined it.
Like, come on, man. Like, and I'm sure people would have fucking hated us for it, but like, nobody was mad about it, at least that I could tell. And fucking, he went and he killed it because he's an absolute fucking pro.
Yeah, he's a beast.
With a freestyle, fucking one of the most talented human beings in our fucking scene.
Yeah, I totally
And he deserves all the accolades that he gets. I just got to.
Well, he moved out to Europe.
Yes,
really?
he did.
Yeah, he's living out in Europe. Well, because he's from Italy, right? Like, he's
that's
born
right.
in Germany.
I thought he was born in Germany. Yeah,
but like his family is Italian or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
He's moved out there to just kind of branch out in his career in the European world, which was really cool. And I hope the best for him.
Absolutely.
He works really hard.
Fuck yeah, he does. Fuck yeah, he's doing everything.
He really does work hard.
Yeah, I bump his shit on Spotify. It's fucking great.
Yeah, you want to talk about people who make you feel like you're doing fucking other.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You talk about me? No, fucking Junk is fucking doing shit on many levels that I ain't doing, but it's inspiring, right? I think he's great. He's great.
He's super cool.
Yeah, I mean, I played at Bloom and in the Spirit Bar. Mm-hmm. I even played at this, just starting out as an artist, you kind of just play it everywhere you can.
Of course.
Because there's not a lot to choose from in Nelson.
No, for sure. But you guys got some good venues.
But yeah, like there's such a good vibe. And then I used to do Thursday night hip hop nights.
At Finley's?
Yeah, at Finley's with DJ Bricks, Dion Rigo sometimes, Mabis, Solemnity.
Yeah, DJ Solemnity. I met him at that fucking Junk show too. He's a nice guy. I like him.
I don't think much of those guys do music anymore. I know Dion Rigo does a little bit of music still, but I think there's not a lot. I don't know if there's a big hip hop scene in Nelson.
Dion Rego,
yeah,
I remember.
think it's slowed down quite a bit.
Dion Rego, I remember he was out in Vancouver for a while back in like the early 2000s. He's one of the first like Vancouver rappers I met. I never really knew anything about Nelson. Yeah, but he was a really dope guy. I still got his CD that I bought from him like almost 20 fucking years ago, right? And he used to do shows at RC. That's where I met him. Was during that kind of time period. Yeah, and they were doing shows at like the Waldorf and the Standard in New West. Like that's an old New West bar. Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore. But there were tons of fucking hitters that came through there too. Like Mobb Deep came through there.
Wow,
like two of them back in the day. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, there was like some funny memories like at Finley's too. Like I kind of just thought about it like starting out. I'm gonna do like a solo show at Finley's. DJ Bricks was like gonna facilitate like the DJing, obviously. And I had like quite a few people come out, and I'm just taking shots, and shots, and shots, and shots. And
been there.
I think I was obviously nervous too,
right.
But and I get on stage, and the thing about rapping is it requires a lot of motor skills. Right?
Absolutely.
And when you're under the influence of alcohol, it really diminishes those motor skills.
For sure.
So I was like, bleh, I couldn't remember any of my words. I was slurring and like, I was so embarrassed. And DJ Bricks was like, look, if you're ever in that situation again, you're going to have to learn to freestyle.
Yeah.
Just freestyle your way out of it.
Yeah, just don't stop.
Which I do all the time and nobody notices.
Call an audible, think
Yeah.
on your feet a little. But when
Yeah.
you're fucked up, it's not easy to think on your feet.
And I'm like 20
Freestyle,
years
sure.
old.
Yeah.
I'm like 20 years old, right? And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, man. Like, he, like, kind of talked me straight. He's like, and he's like, look, like, you don't want to, it's really immature.
Absolutely.
It's selfish. It's disrespectful. And it reflects poorly on you.
Absolutely.
Being under the influence of alcohol when you're trying to be a new and upcoming artist. And
Absolutely.
I was like, I totally respected that, him telling me that, and I like never did it again. Like I'm like, I am never putting myself in that position.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
actually
in there.
had a similar story to that, where like when remember the skate park when it was getting built in Slocan? Mm-hmm. So they had a big opening day when they built the skate park in my hometown, and they put on like a hip hop event with like Dope Sounds, and I was a part of Dope Sounds,
Right.
and I was doing the very first song, and I got pretty stoned, and I was, I was gonna
It
fucking
happens.
kill it. And I got up on stage. Oh, dude, it happened
Pulp
again.
Fiction. Fucking
It
flag Pulp
happened.
Fiction.
Fucking Uma Thurman is out for
God
me.
damn.
Whoa.
Fuck that bitch.
God damn. Fuck you, Uma
One
Thurman.
moment later.
Yeah,
Pulp Fiction was a classic.
it was a
Anyway.
classic. But yeah, I totally just gapped on my whole verse, and I got up there and just like nothing came out of my mouth. I just stood there and was like, I forgot my verse, and I walked off stage.
Oh, really? You never told me about that.
Oh, really?
Jeez.
And I just remember being like the same thing, which is like a big wake up call of like, I have to be prepared because that was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I agree. Is that still okay?
Yeah, your screen's just off.
Okay, I just wanted to
you
make
go.
sure.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about like just being a musician and like alcohol and just partying. It kind of goes hand in hand, like because we're always playing at like bars or clubs, or there's
Yep.
like
Yeah.
after parties. And I've been on my journey with sobriety, and I'm not saying I'm sober, but I'm like don't really drink much anymore, which is really good. But it was hard,
Ivy.
like with the temptations of.
I mean, did you fart again?
She farted
Fuck
again.
yeah. There you go.
Jesus.
Hey, well, you just farted.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But that's not. Yeah, yeah, right.
Shit.
There's just a lot of temptations in that scene, like
Yeah.
with, I don't know, drinking, like you've been
You're
on,
just surrounded by it, right?
Yeah.
yeah, like you've been on experience that firsthand,
Absolutely.
right?
Like as somebody who hasn't drank for 5 years, I am a fuck.
Wow,
I'm a
years.
professional drinker. I don't fucking kind of, like I'm very good at it, and that's why I had to stop doing it.
Right.
Fucking
So you've been sober for 5 years.
yeah, about 5 years. Yeah.
That's really
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
And what was like the wake up call to do that?
It just stopped being fun. Like when
Yeah, I
you're
hear
drinking,
that
when you're
now.
younger,
Yeah.
it's like fucking like, oh, it's you fucked up. But like, I remember one time I was doing a show at the Wolf Bar in Maple Ridge, and I was all fucked up, and shout out Stevie P for kind of taking me aside. I had a similar experience. Stevie P, the battle rapper.
Yeah.
He came up to me. He's like, "Will, you're a talented guy. You don't need to be getting all fucked up on stage." Because he's like, man, like especially people are paying to see you guys rap.
Yeah, that's another good
Like,
point. People
don't
are paying
disrespect
money
the
to
crowd.
see you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of think he's like, yo, man, like you're fucking dope. You don't need to be all fucked up like that. Like you're just as dope just the way you are, right? So shout out Stevie P. And fucking yeah, it kind of clicked with me. I was like, you know what, I am more fun. I still continued, but I cut it down. And then I feel like I was just getting really fucking overweight, like from drinking, and I was spending too much money on it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was making it too much for a priority. And I go up there, and I'd sometimes shit the bed on stage. Like I remember also at the Wolf Bar, I was doing a show.
Shit the bed?
Shit the bed. You never heard that term? Shit
I
the
have,
bed?
but
I've never legit
example.
shit the bed.
He was
Example.
drunk on stage.
Yeah,
Just
but
drunk.
like, were you forgetting stuff?
Oh,
Were
God,
you
I'll
just
tell
like
you, I'll tell
bumbling
you.
around? I want more detail.
Okay, so we were doing the only time me and Red Shirt Mike and Mr. Mortar ever performed the song "Food Fight," and performed is a very generous term. Fucking very. They
With
were
Red
great.
Shirt Mike?
Red Shirt Mike, yes,
Okay.
but he was going by Blasphemy at the time.
Oh, yeah, I
a
remember
long,
that.
long time ago. And I remember I was like just pissed 3 sheets to the wind. I was remembering most of my shit, but this song, it didn't happen. I was deer in the fucking headlights, and he's looking at me just like,
Really?
like, I love you, but I hate you so much right now. You're a fucking idiot. You know that? You're a fucking idiot. And he's like, God, why are you like this? And I was like, that makes it was terrible. That was one of my worst.
Well, that's the worst thing too when the music's going.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta just go with it, you know? You can't just like, I don't know, it's hard.
There's been times where I've done shows, I completely blanked my verses, and I just freestyled the whole way through until I hit the chorus because it was pre-recorded. I'm like, I made it.
I'll tell you something about muscle memory, though. Fucking, I've performed fucking gunned and remembered all my shit because it's literally wrapping off muscle memory. I was doing a St. Patrick's Day show in Nanaimo back in like 2013. It was with Dathek. Shout out Dathek. And fucking, it was a St. Patty's Day performance, and I got so fucking drunk. Like a homie of mine that was living on the island came down, and he had a bottle of moonshine infused with THC.
Stuff,
oh boy, did I tell you! And it's like, so he comes out, he's like, "Yo, welcome outside." I'm like, "Cool," and he fucking feeds me a shot of moonshine. It's infused with THC.
Oh,
wow!
I told you that.
God damn! But I didn't give a fuck. I was having a great night.
Yeah.
And I went up there, like, oh, that burns. And they're like, well, you guys got to go on now. Fuck. And I go and perform. And I bought myself a glass of fucking green beer. Because it's St. Patty's Day. Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
And I literally am pouring it on my head.
Oh
and
my
rapping.
God.
I was a fucking DJ and was there like, St. Patty's Day, fuck yeah, right? And I go and I start performing the whole song and I'm nailing it. And my homie Dathek always says to me, he's like, well, you were like somewhere else. You were rapping off pure fucking muscle memory. Muscle memory.
Did you get the crowd hyped when you did that?
Yeah, I don't know. I had fun. So fucking,
Yeah, you
I
had
don't
fun.
care what they thought.
That's the main
What about like your writing process? Do you guys write together?
It depends. It really depends, like what we feel like. Sometimes it's like we'll piece song together, piece by piece, and send it to each other over the internet. And a lot of Hazmat stuff lately, like I'll wait and actually record with Clausen at once because like we like to have that group element.
Right.
Yeah. Or if it's convenient.
And where do you guys record?
I record my stuff at home usually, or like I go to somebody else.
Right.
But mostly, like with my solo stuff, it's all me. But with the group stuff, usually with Clausen, and we're gonna be starting some stuff up with Donna G as well, trying to figure all that stuff out as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice. And you have any upcoming shows or anything?
Yeah, we got a whole string of shows in like April, May, and stuff like that. Tyro James has set up a tour for So Much of Nice tour, so we're gonna hit up places like Maple Ridge, maybe Portland, Oregon again, and then
That's awesome.
Olympia,
Super
Washington again, and places like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think
That's
we are
next month you guys are going.
No,
say
April.
April?
It's
April,
still March 1st is tomorrow.
Sorry, I got my
Or no, March 1st is not tomorrow. March 1st is Saturday.
Because February is the shortest month of the year.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a whole string of shows. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know that I've got a whole bunch.
Yeah, you guys are always seem to be on top of it and doing something.
Yeah, we try to balance it out a little bit. Like we don't like to like burn ourselves out as much, but we like to like do shows when it's convenient for us. Right?
Yeah. Like all the footage you guys have, like you guys are fucking killing it.
Yeah, we like to like build our catalog of footage. That way we always have something. Like say if like I don't have anything new dropping to, you could just keep recycling fucking content. That's basically what I do a lot of the time, right?
Right.
I have a gold mine of videos of stuff I have, and I'm like, I can just fucking put that because it's always gonna hit a different audience. Like there's billions of people on this planet that have no idea who the fuck I am, and probably never will. Right? But you know, but somebody else will hear of it. Some people will hate it. Some people will like it. Some people will be indifferent.
Well, that's the thing too.
I don't
Like
care.
it's okay to drop older songs too, because I know sometimes we feel like, oh, this is old music, I shouldn't be doing this, but like you're still promoting that song, and like maybe one snippet of that song could like really catch.
Yeah,
right?
for sure, it
Sometimes you
happens.
never know who's gonna hear it.
Yeah.
And someone may be like, wow, I've never heard this song. Like this is great, right?
Like, it's like my philosophy is like people are like, it's old. I'm like, motherfucker, you got 90 plays. Like, do you realize like you got to think about that, be like realistic in that way. It's like, you know how many people you can reach? Like you got 90 fucking plays. Oh, everybody's heard. That's not everybody. That's not even close. That's not even a drop in the pond.
Yeah.
Right.
The thing with like social media these days is you can just like keep dropping and dropping and like
it doesn't matter.
What do you mean it
It's
doesn't
what the
matter?
I mean, like the algorithm will just do whatever the
Well,
fuck.
the algorithm
Yeah.
is the audience.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So you'll
what
do
it
whatever
is.
the
The
fuck it
algorithm
wants to
is
do.
not working in our favor a lot of
But
the
it's
time.
because people aren't like all the algorithm is your audience. So
Yeah.
if it's good, it's gonna pick up,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You just gotta make something that people are gonna like and respond
and
and
I
like.
don't
There's
even
a
really
lot of
think
things
about
that go
it.
into it too. Like, you know, when you drop a piece of material, it's like the time. You may not like hit a good time or right day. I've noticed things like
Yeah.
I will drop 2 of the same videos to test them at different times.
Mm-hmm.
And one will really take off and one wouldn't. And it's just catch
It
the
happens.
algorithm, right? It's not
Yeah.
necessarily like you're not putting out quality material. It's just
Yeah.
obviously that's part of it, but
Like I don't even have a
you
strategy.
never know
to
what's
be
going to
honest.
catch, right?
I don't have a strategy. I just drop.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's what you should do,
Yeah,
right?
I don't care.
Because like the more people that watch, it's just like a snowball effect, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that like what you're doing isn't good. It just needs to reach like a certain threshold, right?
Exactly. I go in honestly with no fucking expectations. I just
Yeah, you
drop the
can't
shit.
get obsessive about
and,
it.
No.
and maybe some people really focus on numbers and views and stuff. I don't care.
You
I
should just
don't
be having
care.
fun, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's
Yeah.
all about.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, it's really cool we've been able to make this podcast because, like, I have noticed people are watching.
Yeah.
And like we said, we don't want to get obsessed about numbers, but it's nice to be like, fuck, we got some views there. That's great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a nice feeling.
It
It's a
is,
nice
but you
Yes.
can't be obsessive about it.
Yeah.
You
You
just
know?
lose your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Especially with
Yeah.
streams. Like, actually, Junk just posted a status about this today, and he's like, numbers don't necessarily equal quality.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you know, like to respect an artist with high numbers and high quality music,
Yeah.
but that's not going to determine my opinion of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. It needs to
Because,
be about,
you
like, your
know, a
character,
lot
too.
of people, too, are just doing fast food music.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
true.
And, you know, I would like to be more consistent myself, but at least I can take, you know, honor in the fact that, like, everything I try to drop's quality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think there's some really high quality artists out there, but it's very oversaturated scene. There's a lot of fast food music.
And that's
out there.
Yeah.
fine. And some people are like that. Some people are like, we want something nice and palatable.
But I
You know,
also
like-
think like these days it's not even about like making an amazing song. I think it's like people fall in love with the personality of
Absolutely.
people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, brand's important.
Yeah, like and
definitely.
just who they are as a person. Like there's this girl, Ali Spaganelli. I don't know if you've ever heard of her.
No.
She'll like make a video about creating a song and then showing the whole process. And she has this goofy personality.
Right.
And then she'll make a video of it and then show the whole video process. And then you get to see the
Like
whole
a
thing.
vlog of it?
Yeah,
Right.
whole vlog of it, and at the end you get to watch the whole music video.
Right.
But her personality is just hilarious. And
That's
I just-
good.
I don't even like her music that much. I just like her.
And that's fine. You know, sometimes
Yeah.
it's like that. There's people who will say that about me. They're like, yo, man, like, I like what you're doing. Not really a fan of your music. But you know what? I like what the fuck you're doing anyway. But like,
Yeah.
And that's fine. I don't care if people like my music or not. Like, it's
No,
just...
it's the same with comedians. Like, there's a lot of comedians I don't find that funny, like Tom Segura.
Yeah.
But I love his podcast.
Right? I like his shit, but I can understand that.
Yeah.
Teach
I
them.
mean, the thing is, the more I've been watching him, the more I'm starting to like his comedy.
Yeah, you get
It's
drawn
a bit
in.
slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, say what, there's some TV shows like that win me over every time, but I don't go out of my way to watch them. But if it's on, like let's say Big Bang Theory, for example. It's one of those shows like I've never like gotten into, but every time it's on, it wins me over every fucking time. Like, that's hilarious. I should really watch that.
It's
but
so
then I don't.
funny because I shit on that show all the time.
It's funny though.
and then I catch myself watching clips
It's
of
funny
it.
as
I'm like,
fuck.
it's kind of funny. Yeah.
It's funny. It gets me every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a fan of comedy?
I love comedy. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm so obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Like, I did not like.
Okay, we're at 45 minutes, just letting you know.
Yeah. What's the time limit on that?
45 minutes. Oh, I'm just
We don't-
letting
we
us
don't
know that
have-
we're at
Oh, okay,
45
cool.
minutes.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Shane Gillis.
Right.
I didn't. Same thing. I didn't really like Shane Gillis that much. Mm-hmm. The more I started listening to him, I was like, dude, this guy's a fucking genius.
Yeah, I know of him, but I don't really know much of his work.
Oh yeah, he's good. And like Kill Tony,
Kill Tony. Oh yeah, fucking Lil God was on Kill Tony.
Yeah. You showed me that clip.
Shout out Lil God. Yeah, that fucking.
He went on there twice.
Yeah, he went on there twice.
Yeah. And that's another guy. That guy works his ass off. He doesn't give a fuck about like.
He does not give a fuck, and I feel like
I like that.
He uses that to his advantage, like kind of that shock value.
Yeah, he just does it. He's good. He's good.
And he's like so out there that it's like working for him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing good.
I forgot to turn on the lights.
Whatever.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Will looks beautiful.
I know.
Should we like do a send off?
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to like touch on?
Well, thanks for having me. Thank you for shouting me out and calling me out to be on this podcast.
Yeah, dude. I fucking hella respect your hustle and your music and that. Like, it's like everything you do. It kind of like I said in the previous podcast. Like, it makes me want to work harder. Mm-hmm. Like
I appreciate that.
And then like the group you guys put together, you guys are both or not both, but you're all very talented.
I appreciate
you
that.
all work very hard and like push yourself, and I think it's just very inspiring.
Yeah, well, we're just trying to keep the brand alive because it's something that RC started with the Hazmat Crew and everything.
And you guys are like very like unique as well. Like you have your own style, your own type of beats. You're not trying to rip off anyone else.
No, we're trying to do something like
you're not like Cassie, you know.
Yeah, I know. You're like saying all these things that inspire you. I'm like, what about what I do, dude? I not inspire you?
I'm here to uplift the guest and shut you down.
You know what this asshole did? He just showed me a song the other day. In the song, he's like, yeah, and all my good friends like Dan and Noah. And I'm like, Dan and Noah? Or Dan and Evan.
I just
I'm
gave
like,
a shout
Dan and
out.
Evan, what about me?
Oh, you're so sensitive.
Like, whatever, that's why I don't have your picture on the fridge, so.
Well, goddamn.
Oh, this is getting personal.
But yeah, I'm so glad that you could come on the show as well.
I appreciate
and
that.
Everything Luca said, ditto. Also, just outside of music, you are a really genuine person.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, I actually want to like say something about that. Like,
anyways, so
shut
yeah,
the fuck up.
What I was saying
is like a lot of times when I go to those hip hop shows, a lot of people aren't very. I find like friendly. It's hard to like connect with people.
Yeah, there could be a lot of ego there.
Yeah, and you were super nice and super genuine. And I was like, this guy is fucking dope.
Well, I appreciate
and you
that.
like I found like being in the hip hop scene a little bit easier. I was like, oh, I know Will. He's a cool guy.
I'm really glad to know that.
And like if I run into you, it's always good vibes.
Yeah, I hope that's what I can give off to people, right?
Yeah, facts. No, I'm glad that we got you on as a guest.
I'm glad you had me.
When I dropped that, a couple people were like, well, can I come on next? Can I come on next? I was like, well,
what makes him so
see.
special?
You know, you're going to have to fill some big shoes after Will.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I guess we're going to be like rolling into episode 4 soon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's been a long journey.
It's been a long journey. You know what, though? We've been banging them out.
We have, yeah. I have to say, I'm happy that we're like consistent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky. I just sit around and look pretty and talk shit, and like Luca, he's the man behind the camera.
It's relatable. I get it.
He's the man behind the camera doing the editing,
making Cassie
me
cool.
look like a monster.
What I do best.
Editing things. What does they say when I do reality TV? Like edit things to like make the actors look like an asshole.
Like sabotage, right?
Yeah, like sabotage editing, but. Okay, cool. Well,
yeah, I think that's it.
I think we're good.
All right.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah.
We're out.
Peace.